Imagine turning that tiny patch of outdoor space into a lush vegetable haven that feeds you all year long. In a world where fresh produce sometimes feels like a luxury item on a restaurant menu, why not embrace your inner farmer? Even if your backyard is basically a postage stamp, there are creative ways to squeeze in a garden that will make your neighbors green with envy. In this fun piece, we'll explore 10 quirky, small backyard vegetable gardening ideas that will have you growing fresh ingredients faster than you can say organic kale. From hanging gutters to crafty pallets, these projects are so easy even your cat could help, though they might just sit there and supervise. Get ready to transform your cramped space into a garden paradise that's not just productive, but also absurdly fun. Let's dig in, pun intended. 10. Raised bed with dividers project idea. Square foot gardening is a lifesaver for those who struggle to plant vegetables in a small garden. If successful, this technique allows you to have a variety of vegetables in one place. All you have to do is divide them using dividers. Short instruction. First, attach 4 boards that are 4 inches long, including 4 wooden chunks cut from a 2x4, using screws. Fill in the soil. After that, measure and divide the board with wood supports to ensure all the squares are even. 9. Vegetable crops for small backyard idea. Planting various kinds of veggies and herbs will be a simple task if you have a healthy, spacious area. However, a lack of space doesn't leave you with many choices other than to find suitable plants for it. One excellent option is basil. With over 80 identified species, basil is one of the best candidates for a compact garden. Another great choice is chard, which thrives in an upright growth pattern that is ideal for tiny spaces. Here are other vegetables that you can grow in a small area: eggplants, hot peppers, tomatoes, mesclun mixes, lettuce, edible flowers, and pole beans. 8. Hang your veggies on the fence. Building a fence offers many benefits around your house. It not only provides you with privacy, but also serves other purposes. For example, it can provide shade for your plants and can be used to hang vegetables. Make some boxes out of wood and hang them on the fence using wrought iron hooks. These boxes are perfect planters for your vegetables, and you can combine them with mason jars for smaller plants if necessary. 7. Opt for hydroponics. Hydroponics is another alternative method for dealing with limited space in gardening projects. Many gardeners are already familiar with this technique for growing plants. There are some pros and cons to consider if you're interested in using hydroponics. Pros. By employing this soil-less method, you won't have to maintain soil structure. Second, you won't be bothered by weeds, raking, pathogens, or moles. Third, you don't even have to water the plants, which means you can employ fewer workers than with traditional methods. However, the drawbacks include the fact that balancing nutrients and monitoring pH levels can be tricky, and pump maintenance becomes crucial when experimenting with hydroponics. Additionally, you should be prepared for the high initial costs to start the project. 6. Shoe organizer vegetable garden project idea. This gardening hack is exactly what you need to create space-efficient vegetable garden solutions. The steps required are quite simple. First, make sure you've decided where you're going to hang it. Use screws or nails to hang the shoe caddy in the chosen location. Next, pour some water into the pouches to check for good drainage. You can create holes if needed to ensure sufficient drainage. Then, fill the pouches with soil, leaving some space between the top of the pouch and the soil. After that, add your herbs, seeds, or plants. As an extra touch, you can label each pouch with the name of the plant to avoid any confusion later on. 5. Privacy screen and planters combo project idea. Crafting a panel with wood and wire mesh is the next best thing you can do to maximize your limited space and acquire new garden products. It's quite simple. First, prepare small terracotta pots with different types of vegetables, and then arrange them on the wire mesh. This setup can serve as an alternative to hanging planters if it's not possible to attach them to a fence. It doesn't take up much space, and it looks great in the backyard. Number 4. Colorful concrete block raised garden project idea. Experimenting with raised beds is another trick that gardeners with limited space can use to their advantage. It only requires concrete blocks and some inexpensive paint, which isn't necessary. Each block is filled with enough soil or compost to nourish small herbs or plants. These plants then surround the main plants in the middle of the garden, enhancing the backyard landscape. Several times a year, if you're lucky, they provide gardeners with extra healthy produce they can brag about on social media. 3. Pyramid Planter Project Idea. You should really try this idea if you're currently growing strawberries. The pyramid shape is simple yet impressive, allowing you to utilize a small amount of space compared to a conventional garden. To reduce costs, start with some leftover lumber. Then prepare cedar wood, plywood, wheel casters, deck screws, wood glue, gravel, dirt, and varnish. The maintenance is minimal, and if you love gardening series, stay tuned every Thursday for new garden-related inspiration. Number 2. A pallet garden project idea. A pallet is a handy material that can be transformed into a new DIY project. In this picture, pallets are used as a platform for growing specific types of vegetables. They can also be utilized to build a vertical garden, which is ideal for maximizing tight spaces. The cool thing about a pallet is that it has columns that can serve as dividers for plants, saving you time since you won't have to create them from scratch. You can also fill those columns with soil, weeds, herbs, or plants you might later harvest. Before we dive into number 1, I suggest pressing the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. By doing so, you'll receive automatic updates every time I upload new videos, ensuring you never miss out on fresh content. Now, let's discover our top idea. Lastly, number 1, hanging gutter project idea. A gutter is chosen to top the list because it has a long shape with adequate depth for plants, which is great. A hanging garden provides a stunning look when installed around the house, and many gardeners are fond of this idea too. First, cut the gutters to the desired length, and then drill some holes for drainage and the wires. Fix hooks in the places where the gutters will be hung. Run the wires through the holes and secure them with bolts. Adjust the gutters to create an aesthetically pleasing appearance, and feel free to experiment with string lights if you like. Done? After exploring my 10 small backyard vegetable garden ideas, I hope cramped backyard space is no longer an enemy for you. Enjoy fresh vegetables all year round, and until we meet again with our weekly bedroom improvement series, stay safe. Oh, and by the way, at the SimFoam channel, you'll discover a variety of lists that you won't find on other channels. For instance, we offer insights like 10 no-dig gardens and unique DIY planters with some cost-saving hacks, 10 interior design tips to improve your sleep quality, and 10 narrow closet solutions, among many others. Each of these lists is compiled with extensive research and careful writing processes. The admin has also included relevant sources to enhance your learning journey. So, what are you waiting for? If you have some free time and internet access, follow the link in the description to take full advantage of what SimFoam has to offer. That's it for now. Before you go, please like this video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment or share it with your friends on social media or your email list. Lastly, we look forward to seeing you again soon with more videos like this. Until then, thanks for watching.